Hello and welcome back. Let's go very briefly into my thoughts on safety selectors. I just wanted to test the Ambi 45 degree versus 90 degree selector after hearing a lot of people on YouTube give their thoughts and opinions on Ambi guns, primarily the selectors. I honestly believe that Ambi controls and quote non-traditional Ar15 selectors have their place on modern day guns. If you didn't know this already, there are various pros and cons to having Ambi selectors on your gun. One of which being the ability to operate your gun on your non-dominant side a little bit more easily. For this video and some of the testing in this video, I'm going to be wearing my Haley Strategic chest rig. Now I'm going to test single shot speeds between the 45 degree and 90 degree selector. I'll be doing this a total of 5 times for each selector. During the course of this particular testing, I was trying to use my top mounted dot on top of my LVPO. I was just doing that so that I could also get some training with that top dot. For the second shot result with the 45 degree selector, I felt very slow. Because of how slow I was with that one particular shot, I decided to take my 4 best shots from each group and then use those 4 best shots to get an average between the 45 degree and the 90 degree selector. Next up, I'm just going to do some rough handling with the selectors against my chest rig. So the reason why I have the chest rig is just to help me simulate the use of tactical gear in a rough situation or rough handling of the weapon. Now, although we see that the weapon was flipped to fire, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, because if we're going to own and use these weapons, we should just always be aware that while we're using them, it is up to us to be conscious of the status of the weapon. And just in case you're wondering regarding how I like to set up my Ambi safeties, I prefer to have 2 short levers like you'll see with the Radiant on the right and left side. I just prefer it like that. I think that I will always just prefer the shorter levers because I just cannot stand a selector to dig into the top of my hand or knuckle area. It just drives me crazy to have that happen. If it isn't obvious by now, I really do like the Ambi 45 degree selector, or that style of short throw selector. I just prefer it so much more. I think in the future I might try one of the 50 degree selectors, just because of some of the issues that I've heard that it corrects, but we'll see. Here are the 4 best shots with the 45 degree selector. This is the average, obviously. And here are the results with the 90 degree selector, the 4 best shots. And here is the average. All in all, I didn't see there being a major substantial difference between the 45 degree and 90 degree safeties. However, I still like the 45 degree selector the best. With all that being said, now get out there and go shoot, and most importantly, get out there and do something good for the people around you.